We are live on familiar territory. Welcome everyone to the Skullgirls Launch Party ongoing. It's been a long road, and since around 2011, when everything was really kind of getting momentum for this game. I've really kind of been excited from the start. I remember when Skullgirls was first getting shown off. I saw these, hand-drawn characters, and immediately that kind of caught my attention because that was what I was really into when I was, around, high school age. That's what I wanted to do, right? I wanted to draw characters and I wanted to get into video games. I was a little worried at first. It's like, well, it's just the same character fighting against each other. Hopefully they're not hyping something up that, it doesn't really make it out, but I was proven wrong, and boy oh boy, it's become one of my favorite games since then. So for those who don't know, the reason why this game is, Launch Party 2011 to now, is because the game has lived on thanks to a very healthy community support for, really kind of an amazing, long-term support from fans, people who continue to play the game and enjoy it, and the team really stuck to it even when things would fluctuate. So I want to personally just thank Future Club and Hidden Variable, who helped the game to survive after a wave of DLC characters. And then, again, into, a spin-off mobile game, which then turned itself over back into a new wave of DLC, which, frankly, I don't think anybody expected. So, I'm here wearing my Annie of the Stars t-shirt, because I did buy one of those before the character even existed in the game. So really, you can tell I've been waiting for this. Plus, it's a magical girl character. We really have to, we gotta show for that. Because that's what we do here at Familiar Territory. Okay, so, here's what we're gonna do. Annie's a new character that's been added to the game, and it's officially, kitted out with tutorial, arcade mode, story, missions, etc. So, we're gonna see how much of that we can just go through today. I have touched the character before, but I have not, really, gone any farther than messing around in training mode, and that was even a while ago. So I'm here with Grant, who's going to be, commentating with me, potentially egging me on to tighten up.
I think 6 things about Skullgirls.
Okay, well, tell me those things.
There are skulls.
Mm-hmm.
There are girls.
Yes. That's
there
true.
are big band.
Yes.
There is Beowulf.
Okay, yeah, we're up to 4.
There are 6 buttons that you press.
Yes.
6-button fighter.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how many is that now?
You're up to 5. Unless you count 6 buttons as 6 things, then you're far past.
No, there are a lot of this is good commentary.
You can come up with literally anything quantitative at this point. You could say there's a lot of seconds on the counter.
There's a lot of Madoka Magica voice actors in this game.
That is true. Let's see. Philia is Madoka, right? Peacock is
Madoka.
Sayaka. Was
Squiggly's Kyoko.
Okay, I wanted to say that, but I wasn't sure.
And I think Mommy's one of them. We're gonna. Well, you play.
You want to look it up, and I'll play the game. Okay, so Annie only has 1 tutorial bit. Maybe that's all she needs. So, drawing on the power of the cosmos, magical girl Annie is a formidable force all on her own. She has excellent mobility, vast combo potential, and boasts a well-rounded set of tools to answer all sorts of sticky situations. In other words, you bought the DLC. This character is good enough to validate that purchase. I don't actually know where Annie is landing on, tiers and whatnot, since she's been playable for a while. But I've had some might say a bad habit, some might say a lucky chance of enjoying characters who end up being top tier throughout the lifetime of Skullgirls. I started with Peacock and Cerebella, and I think they've stayed strong for a long time. So maybe that trend will be continuing here. North Knuckle and Crescent Cut are great for closing distance, controlling space, while Destruction Pillar can serve as an escape hatch when she's under pressure. This tutorial will help you get more familiar territory.
That's us.
Everything anti-SW.
You don't know this, but we made this DLC.
Yeah, Hidden Variable and Future Club are actually 2 of our whopping 18 followers on Twitch. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Yeah, so Andromeda must be blocked low, leaves Andy standing up, making it difficult to see coming. Is this like Parasols? Standing low? Yeah. So forward M. Yep. Cool. Luminous Supergiant. That's an overhead. Ooh, can I wonder if those chain. We'll have to see. I think Parasol's mix-ups chain together. Okay. This attack thrusts Annie upward. This is a Destruction Pillar. Happens to be a very useful tool for escaping tight situations, propelling out of pressure, since Annie is invincible until the hit is delivered. We've got invincible uppercuts here. Feel right back into Guilty Gear. Okay. Yep. Perfect. Yeah, getting into this game, I was lucky to have gotten into Marvel vs. Capcom, which I had gotten into because of Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, which I'd gotten into because Mega Man, Volnut, and Beautiful Joe were in that game. And so I got into Marvel just as this game was sort of like, preparing to launch. So it was just right. Where they're like, hey, we're making a Marvel-type game. And I was like, oh, and it's hand-drawn characters. Crescent Cut. Excellent tool for controlling grounded space. Slight delay leads to interesting combo routes. High punch version, especially good for providing cover. Okay, yeah. So this is basically your Gunflame.
I do know some lore about Annie.
Yeah, go ahead and share it. In case it doesn't show up in the story.
She cannot swear.
Mm-hmm.
She is incapable of saying bad words,
mm-hmm.
which is fun.
Mm-hmm. I thought you were gonna say which is fucking great.
It is fucking great. So she has a lot of the things she says are like frick or like goofy like middle school not swears.
Yeah, gosh darn it.
She was cursed by her mom to be forever a child, and that includes no swearing.
Curse of no cursing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's good.
It is. Okay, with stars as her guide, Annie thrusts her forward with her fist. If it connects, she can perform the follow-up. Can quickly close the distance, send the opponent into the corner, or high damage ender. Yep, and this one has a Rekka, so I can do 2 punches. I think when I tested this earlier, the second follow-up hit could be done with different buttons, and that might slightly change how it works. Nope. Okay, they're all the same. I'll bet it's just because the damage scaling that I thought it was different. Ooh, okay, so that's a wall splat. Re-entry.
If you hit them hard enough, do they break through the wall?
No, they do not.
See, Guilty Gear 1, Skullgirls 0.
Well, if you want to thank Guilty Gear for wall breaks, you'll probably have to go thank... I think it was Dead or Alive that got
No, I'm pretty sure Guilty Gear did it first.
Oh, you're right. I don't remember if... Well, maybe even... I guess Soul Calibur had that before, and maybe Tekken had it before that. So I don't know. Anyways,
I don't think it existed before June 11th, 2021.
Re-entry is a staple of Annie's arsenal. I don't think there were even wall splats in, or at least got whatever. Okay. So I think this is the dive kick. Yeah.
So would you say that Annie is the Doctor Doom of Skullgirls?
Just because she has a dive kick? No. Lots of characters in Marvel have dive kicks. Wolverine does.
Who?
Wolverine. Who?
Wolverine doesn't have dive kicks. He has Berserker Slash, and that's it.
Not if you're in top tier play, then he has dive kick and Berserker Slash.
And this stream of familiar territory, we just talk shit about fighting games.
Sagan beam. Laser. Alright, it's time for Air Hyper Viper. Oh, that was too close to the ground. How's the game audio, by the way?
I'm not listening to our voices. That's cringe. Let me check.
Okay.
I can't hear too much from the game audio, but you're not doing much.
Okay.
Oh, it's good.
Okay.
It's fine.
Cool. Pillar of Creation. Yes, this used to cost 1 meter, I think, and they bumped it up to 2. I think this one hits anywhere on the screen. Yeah. Doesn't do much damage, but it's meant to extend combos, I think. Gravity Slingshot. This is level 3. This is your round trip Devil May Cry-esque move. Star Power. Harnessing the energy of Cosmos and Fame. This is where you go into your Magical Girl mode. So down, 2 kicks. This is your dragon install. I love that. Okay. Oh, I see. I wonder if you can put all those together by linking them. It's such a fun pose.
Yeah, it's a good pose. What do you think Annie's transformation sequence rates in our list of Magical Girl transformation sequences?
I mean, it's nothing amazing, but it feels very fun for the character since, like, she's normally got this, like, very serious attitude when things are going on. So then for her to, like, almost, like, break character back into character, I think that's very,
she's like an actor, right?
Yeah. Like, this is her actor persona. And so, like, she's spending the fight being, like, a badass and everything, but, then it wraps back around. She goes, into her actor mode for a moment.
That is fun.
Gravity Collapse. Yes, so you can cut off Star Power early and get a little blast out of it. So I can be hitting someone and then blam.
Okay.
Evil will never escape cosmic justice. Grant me the strength to win this fight.
Ooh. Neat. Photobop. Oh, this is a great super. Okay. Quarter circle back in 2 punches. This is going to be a photo op. You can only do it while you're in Star Power, and then once you do...
Mine's worth 2,000 words.
Signed photo. And then it puts them into a stagger state so you can follow up. Reflection Nebula.
Does she get different
different photos and different costumes? Yes. Yeah, it's randomized. Skullgirls team really, like, not even just like the original Skullgirls team. Everybody who's worked on this game has just had an incredible like they've been compelled to go all in on those little tiny like randomized details, whether it's like
Right.
voice lines or little visual quirks. It's so fun. Reflection Nebula. Is this? Oh, this is interesting. I don't remember this. Oh, okay. So this is her taunt, but I don't know if you do this. Let me get some distance.
It seems really tight.
Yeah.
No hard feelings.
It's not too bad, but I'm not sure when exactly. Can I reset this one to get the explanation again? Oh, there it is. Aha! You just have to do it right on. That's fun. So every character's taunt does something a little bit different. So it's a bit of Street Fighter Third Strike snuck in there. Some characters it will like give them a damage boost on the next hit they do or whatever. So Annie's is a counter. That's hilarious.
That's pretty fun.
Okay.
We need 1 second. You keep talking. Never mind,
All right.
All right.
Cool. So I'm next going to move on to a few combo trials with Annie, just essentially to get some things practiced up. I tend to be a lab junkie when it comes to fighting games, so I want to get a little bit of bread and butter before I get into the game. The nice thing about Skullgirls, if you're thinking about picking this up, is that essentially every character has what some people would call a magic series or a target combo or a dial-a combo, which means that every character can always do light, medium, into heavy of their punches or kicks, and you're allowed to interchange them. So I could do light punch, medium punch, and then like heavy kick, and that just always works if you push your buttons fast enough. I can do light kick, medium punch, heavy punch. It works. You can intermix them, crouching and whatever, and just it goes. Every character has a launcher of some kind, and the same thing applies in the air. And some characters can even go from punches to kicks, back to punches and kicks. So, in general, like, things are pretty fluid. You don't have to spend a whole lot of time labbing just to be able to, hit things together. But I like checking this stuff out. So, I'll try to learn a few things, and then I'll just fuck around in the arcade and get through the story. So, okay, crouching light kick into standing medium punch into standing heavy punch. Wow, these don't mess around. Okay, yeah, so. Okay, so that's the first part. And then, yes, I learned this when I was training before. Crescent Cut actually has enough hit stun on it that you can link into something else, which means that you're not chaining the moves into each other. You're not doing something where you're animation canceling from one to the next, but it's just that the hit stun lasts so long that you can fit something else in there. Ooh, I think I left my email open, and that's going to make sounds, so goodbye. Okay, no longer. So, crouching, doom, and then it is light kick, standing medium punch, 2 medium kicks, standing heavy punch. Oops. Keep wanting to do the medium punch version. Okay. Okay, so that's what'll come at the end.
It is It is interesting to go from Guilty Gear, where like a 4-hit combo deletes like a third of it.
Yeah. To this. Okay. Oops. Gotta tighten that up. Nope. So that's fine. Oh no, I skipped that. Nope, I'm skipping the kicks. Okay. Nope. Nope. Let's go back
I like
to center.
that director guy in the back.
Yeah. Oh, the blobfish? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, let's take a look at the NPCs around here. Because we probably won't get a good chance in the arcade mode. So, over here, we've got Director Blobfish. We've got someone with the little clacker thing. Oh, look, there's Parasol.
Yeah, Parasol's in the background. I saw that.
Yeah, she's got sparkling
is she a
eyes.
fan of Annie?
I suppose so, yeah. Because I think Umbrella maybe watches her TV show. So maybe Parasol's secretly like a bigger fan than she is. Let's put you on the other side and dash you over. Okay. It's a little difficult to see with the box in the way, but let's see if I can... No, I can't hide the box in this mode. But we've got some other fun staff characters here. Okay. I don't think they're references to anything that I can tell. Yeah. Okay, just fun animal folks. Although this person has an eyeball in their mouth just like Sagan does, so... I don't know if it would be Sagan or Sagan, but we've been playing I the Summit is my little bunny plush.
Oh.
Yeah. My little parasite. But we've been playing I the Somnium Files off stream in our own time with a group of friends, and so there's a character in the game with the surname Sagan, so that's what I'm going with for now. Nope. Dang. Nope. What you might notice every time I'm missing that combo, you see a little tiny spark if something doesn't combo. I think that might be something that they program into the game specifically, so it's like to show you, hey, you just missed a little early or a little late when someone's recovering. This is probably the only one I'll do before we go into arcade mode. I'll just see if I can do this first one. Nope. Okay, so yeah, so I just have to rush that a little more. Oh, okay, that's not a hold. That helps. Okay, so I can take a moment. There's actually quite a bit of lenience when you're hitting some of these moves to one another, so like I can kind of slow this down.
When was Beowulf released? He was the last character, right?
No, second to last. I think Robo Fortune came after Beowulf. Let's see, it was Squiggly, and then after Squiggly it was Big Band, yes. And then we had Fukuo was slipped in there somewhere. Oh, no. I think we had... It might have... I don't remember if it was Eliza, then Beowulf, or Beowulf, then Eliza. I think it was Eliza, then Beowulf, and then Robo Fortune, so yeah.
I keep forgetting that Eliza is a DLC character.
Yeah. Same with Squiggly.
Because they just seem so, like, fit into the... They just seem really good fits.
Yeah. Dang. No, wrong move. I was so close.
Hey, it continued to go.
Ah, that's really close. I double hit that instead of doing North Knuckle. Okay. Let's get you back in the center. Oh. Sometimes if I just focus, I just take a deep breath, and it all comes together easier. Oh, ooh, it was okay. I had enough time. Yep.
That was pretty intense, though.
Yeah. The fact that Beowulf is in a different costume makes me think maybe that's a reference. Well, or is it? Let me see that again. Yeah, that's not his normal costume color. I'm sure it's something. Okay, let's go ahead and bounce out of here. I might come to these if we have more time at the end. We'll play some more, and I'll suffer greatly. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and back out, and let's do story mode. Single player. Story mode. Let's see. Let's put this on normal. I've managed to clear the other characters' story modes on normal, except for Fukuwa, who has like a classic Guilty Gear-esque 300% final boss fight. I just could not do it. Essentially I was not allowed to make mistakes, and I was just no good. I couldn't do it. So here we are. Annie. This does not have voice acting, though the other story modes do. I think voice acting is going to come later. So I'll just generally read through these. Annie's Falling Star. TV show Annie of the Stars rating plummet. Is this the end of a magical girl dynasty? You'd think the papers would stop sensationalizing a rating slump after the Skullgirls attacked Maple Crest. Should I do character voices? Should I bother?
Go for it.
You know what? We're gonna have to. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to name off who's doing who. So, okay. News about the Skullgirl isn't going to be in the entertainment section, unless she announces she's going to star in a stage musical. Also, feedback from our focus group shows a similar drop in engagement. To put it simply, viewers feel we've lost the magic. Pfft, it's not my fault the writers are phoning it in. If I have to fight another coffee table monster, I'm gonna do more than just flip a table. Hey, it's Precure. Like, fucking literally Precure. We could catch most of your concerns early if you were as involved in the process as you used to be. You used to be so passionate. You pushed everyone to do their best. Last I checked, my job description as a centuries-old warrior didn't include babysitting the entire crew. I should be out there hunting the Skullgirl. You'll be able to hunt her after you've shot this last fight scene. Fine. So what's the costume department cooked up this time? No costume this time. Boop, boop, meow. What the fudge is that? Oh, there it is. As Grant mentioned, Annie is not allowed to swear. Such language, Annie. You know I'd say worse if I physically could. Anyway, the prop department found our new friend in a field and managed to patch it up. Just robot sitting out there, you know, fucking chilling in the grass. I think it will be the perfect thing to spice up the mid-season finale. Cat pun detected, comedy routines mildly amused, engaging laugh track. Pre-recorded audience laughter. Our mechanical friend might be more challenging than your usual villains, but I'm sure you can handle it. Foolish human, no creature of flesh and bone can handle Robo-Fortune. Which is funny considering I think she's pretty low tier, last I checked. Your prop department has convinced me to field test their repairs in this combat simulation. Once you are defeated, I will pursue my true objectives. Save the villainous monologues for the camera, will ya? Alright, time to push buttons.
You gotta push buttons fast.
Should I super right away?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I got beat. That's enough, right?
Yeah, that was good. You did more damage. Dude,
I
there's
keep-
so much shit happening on the screen.
Yeah. Hey, oh, that's Stun Dipper, straight up.
Oops, I think I broke it.
Yeah, so her I just realized her crouching kick is straight up Stun Dipper. She slide kicks in and then slashes low.
So remember, perseverance isn't just about fighting mechanical monsters for the sake of the galaxy. Perseverance is doing your best at school, at work, and everywhere else. So go and show the world what you can do, and I'll see you all next time, in the stars.
Cut. No, that's not it.
Cut.
There
Why
it is.
real? Put it. Let's get it over the editing.
I should just boss nass it.
Finally, can we get out of here? There's a real villain for me to fight, remember?
Yes, I've scheduled the rest of your day around brief appointments and public appearances that will have us traveling all around New Meridian. It should give us plenty of cover to hunt the Skullgirl.
You still haven't hired a new life double yet?
I'd be happy to if you had a candidate, but last I checked, you hadn't even started looking.
What a pain, but no fixing it now. Sagan, let's go.
Right.
There's just one more.
It's really you!
This is Eileen. She's the winner of the essay contest we held last month. She's here for her grand prize, a whole day with the hero, Annie of the Stars.
That's great. Always wonderful to meet my fans. I'm so glad you could be here with us today, Eileen. Ah, I can't believe I'm here on set. The pictures in the fan club mailer do not do it justice. And watching you fight that metal cat thing gave me goosebumps. It was so real.
I do like that they were like, "This is the big bad," and then you just beat the shit out of it.
Hey, we found a fucking, like, military drone robot somewhere. Go ahead and just literally beat it up and we'll record it. It's like they do like those car smashing events, but it's just someone's real car. It's like not a prop.
I'm pretty sure that's a episode of something.
It's Always
Like-
Sunny.
No. It's like an old like '90s sitcom. I think it might have been Boy Meets World, where they're like, "Oh, we're gonna have a car smash," and they try and get it, and they accidentally use it as someone's actual car.
Oh, whoopsie daisy. That sounds very sitcom-esque.
I know it's very generic and probably not funny, but
I think it's
remember
hilarious.
I remember it very well.
Uh-huh. Well, if you figure out what it was, then tell me. Because then we have to fucking look up the clip. Okay.
Our costume department sure knows how to make some unique villains. Why don't you go get a photo with it? Oh my gosh, really? My friends are gonna be so jealous. No way, not happening.
Rescheduling her isn't feasible and runs the risk of generating more bad press.
I can't have her tagging along while I hunt the Skullgirl. The answer is no.
Annie, the show.
To heck with the show.
Annie, until you stop the cycle, there will always be more Skullgirls. But if we don't do something, the show is going to get cancelled. And if you lose this show, you will never get it back. I don't know if that's true. Based on the amount of times that this game has been, like, revitalized, I feel like Florence is maybe being a little disingenuous. Don't you remember what you told me back when we first met?
We're here to change the world one episode at a time.
We can't do that if the show is cancelled. We need this. Fine, she can come along. She just better not get in my way. Or, like, you know, get killed or something. Because I feel like maybe that's very viable. I'll make sure you hardly notice her.
Oh my gosh! It plays the piano!
God damn it. It's okay.
Piano cat.
Yeah, good luck with that. What are we going to do with her, Sagan? Whoa. Sagan is Blanca coded.
Wow, I've never been to Little Innsmouth before.
Do you think it's Innsmouth or Innsmouth?
It's probably Innsmouth because of its H.P. Lovecraft's Shadows over Innsmouth.
Ah.
Which
I was trying to connect it to Dartmouth. So I guess I'm a whole fucking... I missed a beat there.
Well, okay, but there's also Innsmouth, Massachusetts, which is a real place.
See, you're just schooling me in all directions.
But no,
I'm learning so many
no,
things.
it's a fictional town in Massachusetts. It's from Lovecraft Country. But yes, Innsmouth is a book by H.P. Lovecraft called The Shadows over Innsmouth, and it's also like that's it.
Well, in Skullgirls, it's home to fish people.
Yeah, well, that's because in the H.P. Lovecraft thing,
Is it about fish?
Eldritch horror are turning people into fish people.
Ah, okay. So it's not just Cthulhu, Squiddy Man of the Hour, who's got the nautical theme going on.
Yeah,
I'm learning so much about my favorite racist.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, he was a terrible fucking person.
But no, we know the reference.
Yeah, no, it's
Mm-hmm. This is also home to one of the possible DLC characters, who I've forgotten the name of, which is a shame because it was like she was right on board to be everyone's pick. Is like Minnie or Minerva or something like that. Started with her name was a pun on Minnow, and she was like the cafe girl who works here. I don't know how they would have handled her as a fighter, but they did have this big long post when DLC characters were essentially getting voted on. So that would have had the description in there. I just can't remember it. After this next fight, I'll elaborate which characters I voted for DLC. Oh, I didn't read that line.
I've seen it from the metro before, but this is my first time actually getting to visit.
It's a fascinating place. If you haven't been here a million times.
My parents were so excited for me when I told them I won the contest. I think they were expecting I'd spend most of the day at the studio, but this is so much better.
Mm-hmm. That's great. Okay, we're here. One of the best little restaurants in all of Little Innsmouth.
It smells delicious, but the best part is I get to do lunch with Annie.
Eileen, how about you come in with me so you can pick what you want? Annie, starfruit shrimp stir fry for you?
Yeah, you know what I like.
Sagan wants dragonfire pork buns. Extra ginger, extra chili oil. Got it. Eileen and I will be inside for a bit. Try not to get into too much trouble. Alright, let's pick a fucking fight. Sorry, fudging. Finally. Thought she was gonna talk my ear off. You said it. Now let's try to find a lead on the Skullgirl before they get back. It's Misfortune. She hangs around here. The Skullgirl? You've gotta be kidding me. Hate to rain on your parade, but I doubt the Skullgirl does guest appearances. What was that?
Said cat pun.
Cat Pun's the character. 2. I guess technically Cat Pun's Prime and Robo Fortune's the sequel. What does it matter to you? Call it an innocent feline fascination. You know what they say about curiosity in cats, right? Yeah, that it's an incomplete idiom and no one ever follows up with the second part where the cat comes back to life. Perhaps, but I'm also not about to let anyone get between me and the Skullheart. Especially not some spoiled starlet with a personal assistant. So run home, little kitten. I think I hear your mother mewing. Why don't you try and make me, furball? I'm gonna kill you.
Top-notch scar work.
I mean, Misfortune is already caught up in it.
That's true.
Feeling claustrophobic.
Misfortune is a very, very weird character. I feel like Skullgirls is all about just like the most
Day's work. Maybe a week for you.
just wildest ways to do characters.
It's very Darkstalkers.
Yeah. I say as I've never played Darkstalkers in my life. But you're
I
right.
get it. You saw it when we played Adjacent, right?
I saw it when we
It's
yeah,
wacky. Like sometimes you like do a certain move on a character and they'll like get cut in half for like a few frames and they'll just come back together so you can keep fighting them. Like
Aren't they all vampires?
not all of them, no. A couple of them are. Let's see. There's Morgan and Lilith and Dimitri who are vampires. And then it's a lot of other monster type characters. There's a Yeti. There's who's the guy who was in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite? I always get him confused with Dimitri somehow. I don't remember, but he's got like he's like purplish and he's got these big like fins. He almost looks like a. He doesn't look like a shark because there's another character who looks like a shark, but he's very like finny. I don't know how to pronounce it other than that. Let's see. Other Darkstalkers characters. There's Shenko, who's like a Chinese vampire. Or like a Chinese zombie. There's little BB Hood. Yeah, little Red Riding Gun from Symphogear.
Yes, from Symphogear.
Yeah. Let's see. There's Felicia, who's the cat girl.
I forgot she's from Darkstalkers and not the Bubble Bobble featuring Darkstalkers and Street Fighter characters.
Oh yeah, Puzzle Fighter.
Yes.
Yeah. We're just at this point we're just naming out Darkstalkers characters. But yeah, it's very wacky. The characters transform a lot.
Content.
Yeah. You know how like Philia will like have that air attack where her hair becomes all these like sharp utensils? That's almost exactly a Morgan move where she sends out all these little like little spikes, almost like a devil's tail, but like just like like they're all like thrust out at once. So there's a lot of Darkstalkers DNA in this game. There's a lot of fighting game DNA in this game. I should just solidify it at that. Who knew a kitten could be so ferocious? But I won't give up. I have to get the Skull Heart. It's the only way I can bring them back. Yeah, Misfortune's got a dead crew. She's the only one who survived because she swallowed the life gem. There's always one, isn't there, Sagan? Whoa. Hey, didn't you watch any of the stars as a kid? A little. It was the only show Sinker ever let me watch. Then you should know this. You can't wish people back to life on some magical MacGuffin. It never works the way you want it to. Now I'm just wondering what that episode entailed. Remember, kids, you can't bring back dead people. It's just not normal. See you next time on Magical Girl Adventures, where we fight a living coffee table, which definitely wasn't living before. But that's just some kid's show. Real life, a wish like that only ends one way. You become the Skullgirl and they become your undead minions. It's better for everyone if you let whoever it is rest in peace. Besides, at this point, you're in no condition to fight anyone, let alone a Skullgirl. So get out of here. Try to do something worthwhile with your 9 lives. Joke's on you. I'm down to 6 at most.
That's a good line.
Yeah.
We're here to change the world, one episode at a time. I can't believe I was so naive. How many decades has it been, Sagan? How many kids grew up watching my show only to end up just like her? They chase after the Skull Cart despite all the risks and warnings. Oh, so Annie's show is like, it's like
an anti-skull.
edutainment, yeah, against like the Skullgirl.
That's pretty neat.
What a waste of time.
I have to get this line read right. Grow, 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 grow.
That was good.
Yeah, I guess her puns were pretty good.
Wow, I'm clawsome. That's one of them. Good work with the hospital visit, Annie.
It was so much fun watching you with the kids. I'm still giddy from seeing how happy they were. And thank you for letting me help. It was so much fun being one of the civilians in this skit.
Yeah, you did great. That scream was top notch. You've got talent. Want to hear it again? No.
Annie said I have talent.
All right, you two. We have some time before Annie's next appearance. How about we grab some ice cream and enjoy a walk around Maple Crest?
Sure. Maybe I can finally find that thing I'm looking for. Hey, hold up a second. Is that who I think it is?
Oh, that's right. Peacock watches Annie's show.
Not exactly what I was talking about. Ha! I knew it! You're Annie of the Stars, ain't ya? The real one! What gave it away? The dress, the hair, or Sagan?
Oh.
Oh yeah! That's the genuine article! But only the real Annie will be walking around with the Flora's melee.
I don't know how to pronounce that.
That's
Is
French.
that Francais?
No. What? No. Very wrong.
Was it Francois?
Yeah.
French?
That's it.
French.
Producer extraordinaire and the first actress to ever play Annie. What? Is she serious?
I'm impressed you knew that. Not a lot of people remember anymore.
Ah! I didn't know I got to spend the day with two Annies! Wait, you don't mean the grand prize for the essay contest, do ya? Me and the boys must have sent in 100 letters, but guess that means you won. Them's the breaks. But from one fan to another, congrats.
I love how
So how's it been?
Yeah.
It's been amazing! I got to tour the set and even got...
Sorry to interrupt, but we should get going. This is your day, Eileen. I don't want anyone else getting in my way while I'm looking for the looking for fun things to do.
I don't mind if she comes along for a bit. Being generous with others is its own reward, right? Episode 12 from last season. Nice callback. Still, as much as I wanna, I got business of my own I gotta take care of. But before I go, maybe I can get an autograph?
Fine, just give me a second. I've got a pen.
Make it out to my hero Peacock.
Hero?
That's right. When I bring down the Skullgirl, you bet I'll be a bona fide hero, just like you.
The Skullgirl? You're not trying to make a wish of the Skullheart, are you? Right?
No way! The Skullheart and Skullgirl ain't nothing but trouble. I'm gonna blast that thing to smithereens the moment I set my eyes on it.
And you really think you can do it?
Not to brag, but my business is fighting Skullgirls. And business is booming. Wow.
You know, I've always wanted to see how I measure up with a bona fide hero. How about we have a little sparring match? You know, between two human weapons. Fun fact, the voice actress for Annie, Sarah Ann Williams, is from our home state. I believe she graduated from Indiana University, Bloomington. So, yeah.
That's exciting.
Certainly.
If you win, maybe we could see about getting a hero on the show for a guest appearance. You mean it? Hot damn! I'd fight a dozen Skullgirls for a chance to be on your show. Just don't get mad and change your mind after I rough you up a little.
Even though I was interested in Skullgirls early on, Peacock is what, confirmed the purchase for me.
He is a fun character.
I just tried to faultless defense. Oh,
More
God.
like your fault defense.
Yeah.
seconds left.
Grant me the strength to win this fight. All in a day's work. Maybe a week for you.
Peacock, are you okay? Yeah, ain't nothing I can't walk off. That's a relief. I was worried there towards the end.
Yeah, you did just watch real combat.
You two really weren't holding anything back. It's hard to hold back when someone starts throwing bombs. Can you blame me? I was trying to impress you. I am impressed. You've got a lot of tricks up your sleeve. It's a shame you're wasting so much of your potential. I get that slapstick is your shtick, but you're lacking basic fundamentals. If you were fighting a Skullgirl with even a modest undead horde, you'd get overwhelmed. And don't get me started on your... Hey! What do you know about fighting Skullgirls? You just pretend to be a hero on TV. But while you're signing autographs and smiling for the cameras, I'll be bringing down the Skullgirl. I'll be a real hero. Then I'll start my own show with action and cartoons. And it'll be better than your show ever was.
Oh no!
Wait, Peacock, she didn't mean... Don't go after her, Eileen. But there's something else you want to say, right? Something encouraging and inspiring about how Peacock can be a real hero if she puts in the effort?
Nope. If she sees me as some pampered TV star, even after I beat her in a fight, then no amount of sugarcoating is going to make her take my advice to heart. Now come on, let's get going.
But...
I thought Brantley was the voice actor. I mean, I technically am, and normally, like, these story mode cutscenes are, they are voiced by professionals, but this story mode's new enough that it hasn't been, so I'm the fill-in.
I can't believe you talked me into this.
It's for a good cause. The proceeds from tonight's event will be a big benefit to the Renor Foundation for Displaced Orphans.
Problem with Bryce saying that he thought you were the voice actor. Now you're gonna be like, hell yeah, and your head's gonna get 3 times the size as it already is.
If I had quicker hands and I wasn't playing the game right now, I would switch in my little portrait to just have a larger head. Swell it up. Oh hey, look, we're in Beowulf's arena, and it actually has banners for different DLC character options that originally didn't make it in, and Annie's right there in the center middle, or center right. So if you look at like where the loudspeakers are and then look to the right, there's Annie. You see her?
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Let's see, who else is here? Oh, it's Minette. Minette is the character I was trying to remember. She's on the middle left. Oh, there's Hubrecht. He is going to be like an Armstrong type of character, like super muscly, but also like heart-themed and everything.
That's fun.
And I appreciate the compliments on the voice acting. Believe me, I let it all go straight to my head. Let's see, who else is here? There's Beatrice. I don't remember what her ordeal was going to be. Oh, she was a magician. That's right. I think she was one of the ones I voted for, actually. She had like a diamond cut cape that I thought was really cool. It almost looked like in Super Mario World, in like the last world, they have like these barriers up in front of you so you can't really see, and they've got little diamond cut patterns in them. Kind of look like that. I don't know who's there behind Florence. So maybe if Florence leaves, we'll be able to see. Oh, Adam's up in the top. Yeah, Adam was going to be a character who was actually split into 3 health bars, so you couldn't like touch of death him. He'd have like 2 generic soldiers who would fight, each with their own health bar, and then he'd come in as the last health bar, I think. Okay. But does it have to be him? At least you didn't have to talk to Zane this time. He's always so sleazy. Just stay on script and try to muscle through. Once we're done, I can take Eileen home. Then you and Sagan can hunt the Skullgirl to your heart's content. But does it have to be him?
That's right! Your main man's back! Come on, New Meridian! Let me hear you howl!
That was really good.
Oh god, here we go. Let's see, I can see the banners a little better now. I still can't tell who that is. The one that is 2 to the right of Annie, that is... I don't remember her name, but she was going to be like a giant, and she had like a prison uniform on. I think her name started with G, but I can't tell who's there in the middle. Oh, is that... If it's not Brain Drain... No, I don't think it's Brain Drain. It might be another one of like the mutilated characters. I don't remember. We'll have to see. Anyways, cheers. Just try and put on a good show, and remember, it's all for charity. I'll be in the front row watching with Eileen. Yeah, you're gonna hear a lot of howling in this fight, because Beowulf's lines absolutely did not stop with that bullshit. It's great.
Who's walking into my ring to challenge me? If it isn't Annie of the Stars! What are you doing out so late? Isn't it a little past your bedtime?
Well, I heard the Beowulf was coming out of retirement. I didn't want to miss my chance to rumble with a legend.
You hear that, Wolfpack? Sounds like we have a real match here! Annie of the Stars versus the one, the only Beowulf! And just you wait.
What?
I think your mic is peaking.
Probably.
Once I'm done here, Wolfpack, I'm gonna go defeat the Skullgirl!
Whoa, wait a second. That's not in the script.
That's right! The Skullgirl's gonna regret treading on wolf territory! Ow!
No, Beowulf, it's too dangerous.
Too dangerous? I don't know the meaning of the word.
First, it's 2 words. Second, looks like I'm gonna have to pop that ego before you listen.
Really just has a real sword.
Wait, are
Yep.
you the villain this season?
Oh cool, it puts our real banners in the background now.
120 or
Oh my god! What a dick.
Oh, he might
Yeah, he did fucking start super.
Good take.
You cut Beowulf open.
I did.
Why? What happened?
What do you think happened? I knocked you out.
What? No! The Wolfpack! They're...
Gone. The last one's just filed out a few minutes ago. We would have left too if Eileen and Florence weren't so worried about you.
We wanted to make sure you didn't need to go to the hospital. I like that these people stuck around rather than his actual, like, crew.
You know what they say. You find your real friends when this happens.
The fucking stage crew and everything were like, yeah, he's probably fine, we're out. This is not the first time this guy's gotten his ass absolutely blown out.
But since we're still here, want to explain to me why you went off script? Why would you want to hunt the Skullgirl?
Because the Skullgirl wouldn't stand a chance. All it'd take is one 3-wolf moonsault and she'd be down for the count.
Drop the act, Beowulf. What's the real reason?
Because I want to be a hero again.
I love that he's got a little bit of a baby face. Just kind of
Yeah.
like... He's got a lot of gruff to him, but when he's not, like, bulking out, he's just got kind of like a little soft face.
I want to be someone people look up to. like back when I beat Grendel. I don't want to be the last thing people remember. I don't want the last thing people remember about me being when I played a villain on your show. Okay, not your show, but, you know, an episode of the show you work on.
Nothing has ever stopped you from being a hero. A real hero keeps fighting the good fight without fame and fortune. Some heroes have to keep going in spite of it.
What do you know? You're just...
What, a TV star? Some kid? I mean, it's impossible, right? It's impossible that a kid like me could know anything about anything. It's impossible for me to know more than the adults who keep making the same mistakes. The adults who keep letting the Skullgirl happen. The adults who were once kids that swore they knew my show by heart. This show where I have to prance around as a sparkling magical girl from space. The show that, despite all my efforts, hasn't stopped a single Skullgirl. Because in the end, kids seem to always grow into stupid adults. The same stupid adults that make the same stupid mistakes over and over and over again. Is that what you're saying, Beowulf?
Whoa, I think you lost me a little there.
Fine, I'll be outside. Wait, Annie!
Mr. Wolf? I'm sorry. I know he just... My father's a big fan. He says he was there when you fought Grendel, selling concessions. He gets so excited whenever he talks about it. I know what you did meant a lot to him. Would you mind if I asked you for your autograph?
You bet, kid. Anything for a fan. So, should I make it out to Dad, or... Daddy?
I like that he's like, Dad? My dad?
Yeah.
There you are, Eileen. What took you so long?
Sorry, just had to go to the restroom.
Well, it's getting pretty late. Guess it's about time to get you home. Did you have a good time with Annie today?
Of course I... Actually, no, I didn't. It started out great. I was having so much fun. I got to see the set, we ate lunch, we went to the hospital for those kids. But then I saw how you treated Peacock and Beowulf.
I had to knock some sense into them. They had no business hunting the Skullgirl.
Maybe you're right. You needed to stop them before they got hurt. But the Annie that I know, that I idolize, wouldn't have done it the way you did.
Oh, and how would the Annie you know would have done it?
She would have encouraged Peacock to work hard to become a hero people can depend on. She would have talked with Beowulf and made sure he wanted to hunt the Skullgirl for the right reasons. She would have been kind and patient and understanding. Instead, you were cruel and blunt and bitter. You acted more like a villain than a hero.
Now listen, I don't have to explain myself to... Uh-oh. That's a plot explosion. What the...
My favorite kind of explosion.
It's the Skullgirl! Florence, get Eileen home now! Even if we could get to the car, there's no way we'll get out of the city. There's going to be panic and undead flooding the streets. Crud. Okay, you two have to stick with me. I'll protect you, but we have to get to Medici Tower.
Wait! We're running towards the Skullgirl?
Just what is that Skullgirl doing?
My parents are gonna be worried sick, can't we? Ah! It's a minion! And she has a worm in her head!
Not quickly.
Wait a minute. I know that minion and worm. Squiggly? Leviathan?
Oh my! Annie, is that you?
My word, you haven't daged a day.
Never thought I'd run into you two again after what happened with Squiggly's mother. Let me guess. The maid causing the mess up there brought you back.
She called out to the dead to rise up and keep the tower from falling.
But why? If she let the tower fall and kill everyone below, that would only give her more minions.
Don't know, but I ain't about to question what's saving lives.
Big Band? You're looking a little bit out of tune there, buddy. Did the Skullgirl do that to you?
Big Ben is Big Best.
He is.
No, it was her.
Painwheel. She's another ASG agent, but she's all tangled up in Brain Drain's puppet strings. She was ordered to attack the Skullgirl, even though that could make the tower fall.
And you tried to stop her?
Fighting other ASG agents isn't my usual jam, but I know how to improvise.
So we've got a Skullgirl saving lives and an ASG agent on a rampage. I've got to admit, this is a first for me. Still, our priority has to be stopping this Painwheel. Big Band, Squiggly, Leviathan, think you could back me up?
You're gonna have to do most of the fighting, but you can count me in.
Of course. Helping you with this is the least we can do.
It will be an honor to join you in battle once more.
Alright, I'll try to keep Painwheel focused on me. You hang back and wait for opportunities to attack, but don't push yourselves. Just do whatever you can, and that'll be enough. Now let's go!
I wonder if they're gonna be my assists. We'll see.
Florence, what's going on?
Just stay close. I promise it'll be okay.
I'm gonna mash buttons.
Oh yeah, I've got them on my team. That's cool. I love that.
Let's do this in one take. Action.
They're at half health though.
Yeah. Ooh, she's got a lot of health.
Evil will never escape cosmic justice.
I forgot that Squiggly's little assist is her gravestone. Just absolutely don't need them at all.
I kept forgetting to.
Day's work. Maybe a week for you.
Just crushed it.
That's one problem taken care of.
I'll radio in some support from Lab 8. Hopefully they can keep her calm and help cut her strings.
Now, what do we do about...
What? What are you looking at me like that?
Oh, that's the wrong one.
What? Why are you looking at me like that, Eileen?
Now this is the real Annie of the Stars. You shooting laser beams and everything. You swooped in and saved the day with friendship and strategy and swords and it was so amazing. It's like I'm living in an episode.
What about me being a villain?
I still don't like how you treated Beowulf and Peacock. But I shouldn't have said the things I did. I expected you to act like you do on TV. I wanted you to save the world and make it a better place along the way. Maybe that's not always realistic, but you were able to do it just now.
That's because I know these two. I know I can trust them.
Don't you think if you made friends with Beowulf and Peacock today, that someday they could have fought alongside you just like this?
I guess. When I met these two 14 years ago, they weren't much better. Squiggly was shambling around trying to get used to being dead with her new parasite in her head. Big Band had never faced a Skullgirl before. But with some help from a soldier and old protege of mine, we beat that Skullgirl. I think your heart has always been in the right place, Annie. And when it matters most, you always pull through. But in my opinion, your greatest strength has never been your sword. It's your laser beams.
Exactly.
But all that stuff doesn't really...
It's your dive kicks. They're very good and very safe.
Oh, look, she's got the Sharingan.
She does have the Sharingan.
Lorenzo Medici!
I read that like a magic spell. That's a person's name.
I thought it was a magic spell.
I think Lorenzo Medici fucked with her or killed her or something. Woo!
Big hands.
Just fucking zap that Zeppelin.
It's a good name for a band. Well, I mean, it's very adjacent to Led Zeppelin.
We should do that. We should recommend people band names that are just already close to real names. Just like, oh man, you know what name would be a great name for a band name? Chemical Romance. They're just like, there's already a band named that. You're just like, what? Really? It's like, what kind of music do they make? Are they what's their genre? Wait, that's gaslighting. Never mind.
Do that.
We don't advocate for that. Looks like she's flying off towards the Grand Cathedral.
And then that's where we're going. We can't let her get away.
We're right behind you. What about me and Florence?
There are still minions around, and who knows when Medici goons will sweep in here to clean up.
Medici or Medici? I don't know.
So stay close and try to keep out of sight. I've heard some celebrities won't go anywhere without their entourage, but isn't this a bit much? Don't you know? There's safety in numbers. Well, you're in luck. I have just enough body bags to accommodate you all.
Annie, let me and Squiggly deal with this. You can go on ahead and make sure the Skullgirl doesn't get away.
Do you really think I'm gonna let you do that?
Not asking your permission. Besides, I got some questions for you, Valentine. We won't let this neophyte nurse stop you. Go!
Okay, just remember, all you have to do is keep her busy. And Squiggly, it was good seeing you again.
Of course. I only wish it had been under better circumstances.
Florence, Eileen, stay up there with them. If something happens, I want you to get out of here and find help. Be careful, Annie.
Yeah, come back safe.
Don't worry, I've dealt with worse Skullgirls before. Wait, you can't just...
Sorry, Valentine, we're your next patients. I've got this itch to drum out no good traitors. Yes, we need immediate medical attention. This young woman has a serious cranial vulnus Scalopatary.
There's no way that's real.
I can't even find my pulse. No, a fuck to give. Let's fucking go.
Hilarious. I have just the remedy for you hypochondriacs.
It's time for the big bullshit boss fight. It's a good thing I've got a laser beam. There she is. How did you get underground so fast?
That's what her Skullgirl wish was.
Wish for teleportation. Everything else is just a bonus.
You are familiar to me, yet I do not know you. I get that a lot from Skullgirls. Yes, you are known to the Skull Heart. You bear a curse that many would seek as a blessing, yet while your youth is eternal, your life is not. You willingly walk a path of hardship, and in this I feel we share a kinship. As you embraced your curse to defeat the Skull Heart, so have I embraced the Skull Heart to destroy the Medici. Yeah, I don't need the whole speech about how we're not that different. There's only one thing you need to know about me. I'm the one who's about to bring you down. Then let us see if I will just be another corpse you leave in your wake.
buddy. Let's see if I'll get my butt kicked.
Quiet on the set. Showtime.
Stop them. Be afraid. Know your place.
I remember her sucking ass.
You dare challenge me? You dare challenge me? Know your place.
Oh, here we go.
Take your place.
You don't get that with the green screen.
Oh, you crushed that pretty quickly.
Well, I've done it like 15 times, so. How would the skull heart sound? I see the tattered soul beyond that youthful visage. You are worn thin by the world, and it is naive to your plight. More than anyone, surely you have earned the right to have your heart's desire. To grow, to live, to love, and to die as all mortals should. All it would take is... slap! Slash, slash, slash. Never gonna happen. I'll find a way to stop the cycle. And when your power finally fades, so will my curse. Alright, Sagan. Ready to deal with the real problem? Don't worry, we got this, buddy. It's time for my fucking algebra homework. Wait, is there another boss? Or is this just a story stinger? I guess we'll see.
Story Singer is a good band name.
Yeah, it is. Just like the musician Sting. Oh. Devil's the real final boss, maybe? Shapeshifter. Fitting for a demon to live in a heck of your own making. You are foolish enough to step into my domain. And once more, you stand alone with only your little parasite to help you. Sagan and I don't need anyone else. Yet you would not have arrived here so swiftly if not for the aid of allies. An honorable officer of the law, now clinging to life in a walking brass tomb. A young girl, struck down, raised from the dead, and then pushed by you to kill her own mother. I wonder how much hesitation your blade will carry if they are your opponents. Come over here and find out! Time to beat my friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. This
I know Bryce is a big fan of Sting, or at least the Police.
Yeah.
Or at least he thinks Message in a Bottle is a good song. And let's be real, it is.
Would you kindly?
Just absolutely wrecked him.
Death Star power mode is good stuff.
Is that all you got, monster? I'm barely breaking a sweat here.
Your descent into Gehenna has only begun. For in this place, I am everywhere. I am everything. You have entered the maw of the beast, and this time you shall not escape. Duel what? Let's rock.
And not from Michigan if you haven't done this.
Not from Michigan if you haven't done this.
Showtime!
Saws versus Michigan resident.
He's got to fight double 3 times.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. Yeah, I do. Uh-oh. Here it comes. Oh.
Mine's worth 2,000 words.
Had to try to squeeze in one in before the story mode ended. Unless it's not over yet.
Had a tricks
yeah.
already?
What?
Now you have to fight your super fan.
Oh god. There is plenty more to come.
Then bring it on! I don't care how many copies you make of yourself. This time I'm bringing you down for good! And I'll find the source of the skull heart and put an end to this once and for all!
You are truly burdened, child. Yet you were not always this way. Well, sometimes you were less gassy. Let me get it out. Okay. Once upon a time, you had the most pleasant smile.
You found joy in nature and the twinkling stars of a pristine night sky. Stop it! That won't work. It never works.
Your mother only wanted to protect that smile. A wish that her daughter, her little stargazer, would never be sullied by the heartless world of adults. It was one of the purest wishes I've ever heard, but even a wish for purity isn't pure.
Quit it. I'm not listening. I don't care what face you wear.
You strive to save the adults from their ignorance and naivete, like the unruly children they are, but the cycle of the Skullgirl continues without pause. The wish holds true. You have not been sullied by the adults of the world. Your fall was of your own making. The violence and the death in this world, you did not hide from it. You bathed in it, and it has stained your soul. You are jaded. You are cynical. You don't care about the world. All you care about, all that drives you, is your desire to kill me. In this, you have become worse than the adults you claim to loathe. Shredder! Okay. I am so disappointed to see what you've become, Annabella.
Stop! Stop! Ah! Darn you, monster! That was a cheap shot.
In service to the divine, no tactic is taboo.
And now no one, not even your parasite, can save you. Shall I give you a moment to utter a final prayer?
Spare me your gloating and get it over with.
Then despair any of the stars, for you suffer your final defeat.
Hey, let's take a bet. Do you think that Girly Girl's
Annie.
gonna jump in the way?
Oh yeah.
Eileen. Do you think Eileen's gonna go take the hit?
When you've never been closer to your true goal.
Annie!
Yup. What?
Oh god.
Holy shit. What just happened? Oh, maybe that was Squiggly. No, I don't know.
Oh.
Girls, stay behind us.
What are you doing here?
We figured you'd beat the Skullgirl when Squiggly collapsed, but you didn't come back. Eileen made us come looking for you. Luckily, this bandwagon arrived just in time.
That was a
Take
good
cover,
joke.
you two. Big Band and I we'll figure something out.
You can't beat her. She'll kill you. Just leave me behind and...
No! We won't leave you to die! You and Sagan came down here to fight the Skullgirl and this monster all by yourself. You did it so the rest of us wouldn't get hurt. But you don't have to fight alone. We want to help you, Annie. Because you inspire us to be better, to do better, to persevere against monsters like that. So please, you have to get up.
Wow, wow. This resistance is futile. Your hero has fallen. All you've assured is that you will share her demise.
I won't let you hurt them.
No!
This is the power I had forgotten. This is the power you cannot defeat. The power of not a single star in the night sky, but a twinkling galaxy. The power of not a single soul.
What?
I said beautiful.
But a
Workers'
legion.
right.
Workers' rights.
Unionize.
Future Club is a co-op. Once we're working on this game now, alongside Hidden Variable. I'm pretty sure they classify as a co-op.
But a legion who dare to dream of a better tomorrow. Who dare to strive for a world without the Skullgirl. I fight for those who cannot I fight for those who cannot and inspire those who can. This is who I am.
This is who I am.
This is who I must always be. I am Annie of the people. I am Annie of the stars.
Yeah, go get her ass.
Shapeshifter, centuries of hopes and dreams have sharpened my blade. Now my sword is the sword that will pierce the heavens and cleave your true heart.
There's a Gurren
There's
Lagann.
Gurren Lagann. Yeah.
Another fight. Here we go.
Shifter.
Jesus.
This is a long one.
Ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen,
Maybe all the storylines
I wonder
are
if-
this long.
I don't think they are. I wonder if Annie's is supposed to be like the canon
Maybe.
story mode.
Take two. We're dying.
How does Annie feel?
Really good. She's just a balanced character, so.
Hold on, I've got a pen.
Just let it land. Just do it. Yeah. Okay.
Get up. I didn't hit you that hard.
Yeah, Annie's just got all the tools she needs, so she feels good. She doesn't have a double jump, but she's got an air dash, she's got projectile, she's got moves to close the distance. She's pretty much got it all.
You have changed nothing. The cycle will continue.
Rumble. Should have expected a star like you would bring the house down. Better get this show on the road before it comes down on our heads.
Just give me a second. I can finish this.
Annie, there's no time.
Ah!
They call to their hero, Annie. Will you save them, or will you sacrifice their lives to end mine?
Sagan, we gotta get out of here.
Oh.
Eileen, hold on tight. Okay. Sagan, give me all you got, buddy.
We're
right behind you. I just got off the phone with your parents. They're on their way to pick you up, Eileen.
They're not too mad, right? I don't want to get you two in trouble.
I assured them we spent the whole Skullgirl attack hunkered down here on the set.
I never had to...
That's not right.
I've never had to lie to them about something like this before. But I promise I won't tell anyone what happened.
I don't think we have to worry about that.
Annie, you should be resting!
It's all right. I can handle standing upright. Besides, I got something to say. Damn it.
Oh yeah! No, I'm kidding.
Eileen, if you hadn't risked your life, I would have died back there. I'm sorry that I put you in a position like that, but I can't say how grateful I am. You not only saved my life, but you helped me remember what and who I fight for. As you've probably guessed, I'm not your run-of-the-mill TV star.
Yeah, I might have picked up on a few hints. For example, laser beams. Lots of laser beams.
It's no secret the show's based on a lot of old legends and folklore. For example, the coffee table monster. That one's got a fucking story behind it. Truth is, a lot of those old stories are based on my life. I've been alive for centuries.
Centuries? That's amazing! How's no one figured it out?
Well, it was a lot easier when I was just a radio star, and before the internet. The Canopy Kingdom was ruled with an iron... Do you think internet exists in this world?
Robots exist. I don't know if that means internet, though. This world is pretty, like, 50s, so perhaps not. Maybe that's one for the wiki later. Alright.
The Canopy Kingdom was ruled with an iron fist back then. There were so many laws restricting the arts, everyone was smothered. People needed joy in their lives, and their moral compass it didn't come from the totalitarian Renoir or the conniving Medici. So I decided to try and do some good while waiting for the next Skullgirl. I had to dance around every regulation and record in secret, but I got an episode of a radio show broadcast on the Canopy Radio Network. That one show became 2, then 10, then 100. Annie, Girl of the Stars was born. Then, once TV got popular, the Renoirs greenlit an adaptation called Annie of the Stars. Only trouble, the director was ordered to bring in the radio voice of Annie for the project. Imagine how surprised he was when he found me.
I might have an idea what it felt like.
Luckily, instead of revealing my secret to the world, we worked out an agreement. I'd be the star of the show as long as I wanted, and the show would recycle crew regularly. That way, no one would be able to realize the truth. On top of that, we selected a life double. While I was usually the star on screen, the other girl pretended to be the actress.
And Florence was the first one!
That's right. It taught me so much about the TV industry that I was able to become a successful producer. Once the director was ready to retire, I came back to help keep Annie's secret.
We had a good run. Just a shame it might all be over.
What do you mean?
Well, I let my bad attitude affect my work. Now ratings are in the toilet. Hard to know how long it'll be before we get cancelled.
About that, some news reports snapped pictures of Annie of the Stars helping to evacuate citizens downtown. It's been amazing press. The ratings on the rerun last night shot through the roof, and the buzz around the mid-season finale with Robo Fortune is staggering. At the very least, I think we've bought ourselves a bit more time.
But that doesn't mean we're out of the woods yet. We'd have to leave the set for that.
Sorry, that's a bad joke.
I promise I'll get us out of this rating slump. When I'm done, any of the stars will be more popular than ever.
In that case, I think it's time I brought up another piece of business. Annie, take a good look at Eileen. I don't know if you've noticed, but the right height, the right eye color, right face structure.
Florence, you sneaky little snake.
Well, you weren't going to do it.
What? What are we talking about?
The current Annie actress retired a few months ago, even though her name is still in the credits. Usually it's Annie's job to pick a replacement, but she was putting it off. So, with the show's and Annie's best interests at heart, I took some initiative. I decided to use an essay contest to try and find a suitable candidate.
Essay contest?
Job's yours if you want it, Eileen. I think you've more than proven yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it would be my honor. But can I make some requests?
Sure, let's hear 'em.
I want you to apologize to everyone from yesterday. And I want you to let Peacock guest star on the show at least once.
Yeah, we can make that happen.
Then yes! Yes, 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 yes!
Better be careful, Eddie. This one'll keep you honest. What? What you looking at? I got something in my teeth.
Oh, Taunt.
Yeah. To tell you the truth, Eileen, your essay was absolute dog shit. But you looked the part. And we hit credits. I'm in here somewhere.
Are you?
Yep, because I'm a backer. When the game rebooted into its first Encore, when they started doing DLC, I backed the game. I think I dropped 60 total. And so technically I'm here in the backers credits somewhere. You know what? While this runs, and we enjoy the music from Michiru Yamane, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can look up the DLC character options, and we can tell a story on that. So, Skullgirls DLC vote. There were like 30 characters that they had lined up. And so they listed out like all the options, polled it to see essentially who was going to become the first round DLC characters. Let's see. Fundraising. Okay. Considered DLC characters were Marie, Black Dahlia. I'm not going to explain the characters. If you want to find it, it's on the Skullgirls fandom page for Keep Skullgirls Growing. That was essentially the reboot for the game. There was Mrs. Victoria, Deep Violet, Stanley, Hive, Leduc, Ilium, Brain Drain, Andy, Fong, Taliesin, Hubricht, who we saw on the banners, Regina, Beatrix, Automo, Yuan, Minette, Scythana. She was the one I couldn't remember, the giant on the banner. Roxy, Juju, Panzerfaust, Adam, Molly, Isaac, Venus, Aeon, and Samson. Samson being like the primary character, and Philia would have been on her back. I think that, let's see, the characters I voted for, was that it? I thought maybe Annie was also in the mix. Maybe they don't include Annie here because she got accepted. Yeah, successful DLC characters. Okay. So, I think Annie was sort of like the sixth after voting and everything, and so she slipped in there. But the characters in order, to confirm what we were talking about before, was Squiggly, Big Band, Eliza, Beowulf, and then Robo Fortune. So Beowulf was the last before Robo Fortune, like you thought. Yeah. The characters I voted for. If Annie was an option, I definitely voted for her. I voted for Black Dahlia because she's got like a grenade launcher, and I wanted someone else to like be a zoner character tagging in with Peacock. I thought that would have been cool. Let's see. I voted for Beatrix. She's like a magician. Oh, okay. I misremembered what her cloak looks like. It's got little clubs cut into it, not diamonds. Let's see. She's in like, I think she's in the troupe that Sarabella's in. Oh no, she's competing with Sarabella for popularity. But she could like pull props out of her cloak like mallet space. Playstyle was gonna be about pinning people down, and essentially having just a ton of weapons that came out of the cloak, and I thought that would be neat. Let's see. What's neat is that they had like essentially references to like, hey, this character would be kind of like this, kind of like that. So they'd be like, oh, this character is sort of like Cyclops from Marvel vs. Capcom combined with Blanca from Street Fighter or whatever, so let's see, the other characters I voted for. I think Big Band was someone I voted for. I might have voted for Squiggly. Maybe not.
Was Squiggly voted on?
I think so. Unless maybe she was just guaranteed. Let's see. She might have been meant to be yeah, she was initially included, but she got replaced by Valentine, so they could have a playable villain instead. Aside from Double. Was Double post-launch DLC
Was she?
for free?
I thought she was in the game.
I thought so too. Maybe they just meant another villain. But anyways, yeah, Squiggly was originally going to be a launch character, but then wasn't. So I think she was a guarantee. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so it was... She was going to be a free DLC character for the first 3 months after the reboot like passed its funding goal and they got her finished. And now she's like a purchasable character. Let's see, how about Big Band? Does not say. I might have voted for Panzerfaust, because he has like a tank on his arm. Does it sort of think of Potemkin, except instead of having just like his heat knuckle blasters, it's just like an entire,
Like an
just a whole actual tank that's sitting on his arm.
That's
yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, I think Minette got real close, and I know Annie was real close, hence that she's included now. We still don't know who the next DLC character is going to be, but I'm looking forward to finding out.
No, that's really fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this.
Yeah.
We one day I'll have to lab with Squiggly a little bit so that you can get some fighting game serendipity by beating the shit out of me like I beat the shit out of you in Guilty Gear. And then we can go from there.
Yeah. Let's see if I can speed this up. That's still probably not fast enough, is it?
Yeah, it's pretty
Special
long.
thanks. That's not even backers. Yeah. So I'm in there somewhere. I have a screenshot somewhere to confirm. Can I skip? There to select. Oh, post credits. I can't whistle. Grant, whistle for me. Please. Can you whistle?
I'm whistling. Is it not picking up?
Oh
on
no,
my-
it's not picking up. Maybe it's because of noise suppression. Maybe it's on stream though. I don't know.
I hope not, because it sounds really annoying.
Okay. Anyways.
You can't whistle.
No, I can't whistle. You didn't know that about me?
Your brother whistles like a.
Yeah, he figured it out. My twin brother can whistle and I can't. Shove it in my face.
Okay.
Every star falls eventually. Doubles hiding as the janitor. I got a new palette. Wow.
Wow.
And I got some art. Why don't we wind down by checking that out? We can go through all of Andy's colors, and we'll see how many we can spot as references. First, let's go to extras and see what I got in the art gallery. Oh wow, yeah, there's just gonna be a lot of stuff in here. I'm not gonna be able to piece out what's really new. I like this. This is really good. I think this is this is guest art.
I thought Umbrella was I thought Umbrella was.
Oh, that's right. She is the next one. I totally spaced. I literally mentioned that earlier in the stream, I think.
Yeah. She's Cassandra Lee Morris.
Yeah. Oh, I used to have this as a some of these were wallpapers that they had released, and even some of these are characters that didn't make it into the game. So Roxy, she was in the running for one of the characters. If I didn't vote for her, I wish I would have, because I love her design and her like gear. I just like big weapons in this game, fun stuff. The artist of this is Justin Wong. I don't think that's the pro fighting game player, but if it is, that's super cool. I have a feeling it's not, but okay. Yeah, so there's art for Minette. Let's see. I wonder what art I unlocked. But yeah, some of these are wallpapers that like they had packed up, and I have sitting on my computer somewhere. This one being one of them. I might have had this on my computer for a while. I don't remember. I love that one of Peacock's bombs is just fucking chilling and swimming. Yeah. Hey, this looks like it's the Under Night In-Birth artist. That has to be. Yeah, it is. It totally is. Seiichi Yoshihara.
Yep.
All right, now I'm getting away from that. Okay, let's check out colors. So let's go to training room, start training room 1. Okay, so here's Annie.
Camera, me.
All right.
Color number 1.
I can't tell if it's anything.
Yeah, I don't know. That seems to me like... No, I was gonna jump the gun and say roll, but I feel like there's something even more obvious than that.
I don't know. Roll seems to make sense. I feel like though, if
is that BB Hood?
Oh, it might be.
I bet that's
no.
BB. No.
BB Hood. It might be. It might be. Red blonde hair could be.
Mm-hmm. If you want, you could look up the references and then you could give me yays or nays.
Okay. Skullgirls and.
I think I even looked this up at one point, and so I. Oh.
Okay.
Is this one Birdie?
The first six are original colors.
Oh, okay. That clears that up.
Okay.
They're good enough colors to make me think it's a reference.
Yes, they are.
That one's cool. That's neat. These are all neat. What am I saying? Yeah, these are good. Okay. This one. Green hair.
This one's kind of hard.
Yeah. I almost said Owl House. The one girl.
This is Skullgirls.
Oh, Skullgirls Internal.
Yeah.
Oh, is it like how she looked as Annabelle?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. I like that.
Annie.
This one's still locked. This one, is it Soul Bad Guy?
Yeah, it's Soul Bad Guy.
Yeah.
And look at Sagan.
Is that Kai?
It's Kai.
That's basically how Guilty Gear Strive's shaping up, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's Gamora. I know that one.
Yeah.
From Guardians of the Galaxy.
And then Sagan is Groot.
Oh yeah. I don't know this one.
This one's a little out there. It is Shinobu from No More Heroes.
Oh, yeah. Totally. This one is this. I'm gonna say it's Star versus the Forces of Evil, but I have a bad feeling that that's what I thought it was originally, and then it wasn't that. No, because she has a green dress. What is this?
It's another Arc Systems game.
Oh, is this Platinum the Trinity from BlazBlue?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I've definitely looked at these before, and then I've forgotten most of them. That's Link or Linkle
Yeah.
from
Yep.
yeah.
It's yeah. And then Sagan is Navi.
Yeah. I like the Master Sword coloring on the blade. Let's see. Who is this? Is this Wonder Woman?
Yes.
Cool. That's.
Oh my god, come on.
This is definitely something I'm supposed to know.
It's so fucking obvious.
I'm blurring my eyes and try. I think it's almost too obvious that I'm not registering.
I'm so mad at you.
I
right now.
know you are. You know what? Just tell me, because it's painting
It's
you too
fucking
much.
Cloud.
Oh yeah. The arm, the
Pauldrons.
Yeah, the pauldrons, totally. Yeah. I guess I don't think of his suit being that blue, but I guess that it is. Yeah, that's totally it. Maybe then. What's Sagan then? Moogle colors?
Yeah, Moogle colors.
Cute. This is Sailor Moon,
Yeah.
straight up. Oh,
Yep.
and Luna, yeah.
This one's a little out there, but you might be able to get it.
My first thoughts are going to a web comic, like an original comic that I've seen called
not-
Hover
it's
Girls,
not-
and I know it's not that.
It's not that.
That's where my mind drifts to first.
I showed you a meme featuring this character the last time we hung out.
Oh no.
That does not narrow it down at all.
Yeah, because we show each other a lot of memes. Oh, it's Nessa.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it's Nessa from Pokemon.
Yeah, I definitely didn't get that the first time. I had to look it up. Okay.
And then Sagan is Milotic.
Yeah. Okay, this. Okay, I have to know this. It's gonna be embarrassing if I don't. I've seen these colors. I just need to backtrace it.
This one's rough, actually.
Maybe I just think I recognize it.
You do recognize it, but it's still tough.
The fact that Sagan's just all lime green, or like that, like sort of minty green, makes you think I should really know it. But it's
Sagan is not the reference here.
yeah. The red edge of the sword. Come on, what is it? Nah, I'm blanking. What is it?
It's Byleth from Fire
Oh
Emblem.
yeah. The legendary
Yeah.
weapons. Okay. This is Star. This one's Star
Yes.
versus Force of Evil.
Yes.
This Starfire?
No.
No.
Look at her. Look at her sword.
It's green.
It's also.
It's from Star Wars. I'm losing her name, but it's Anakin's Padawan.
Ahsoka.
Yeah, Ahsoka.
Yep.
Yep, that's one of the ones that I had to get looking up the first time.
Hold on 1 second. I
Yeah.
gotta mute myself. I'll be right back.
Okay. I'm gonna flick through the rest of these, and we'll come back around. So starting at 20, this is Dante from Devil May Cry for sure. Another like, I feel like there was a color very similar to this before. I don't want to just say Sayaka from Madoka.
All right, I'm back.
Okay, so this one's Dante and Virgil, for sure.
Yes.
Okay. I feel like I should know this one, and I don't. So what's 21?
Think.
Think.
Okay. So.
I don't think it's Sayaka, right?
It is.
Oh, Okay.
It's Sayaka, and then
There's a couple Sayaka palettes in this game.
Yeah. Everyone likes Sayaka.
Yeah. Because Peacock is voiced by Sayaka, and so she's got one, and then now we got one here too. So yeah.
I wonder who voices. So Erica Mendez voices Annie. So Erica Mendez is the new voice of Sailor Ernest. She's also. Oh, she's also Rina Minami in Magia Record.
Ah.
So I wonder if they were like, "Hey, your character literally has Sayaka colors."
Yeah. Okay. This is She-Ra.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
This one's a little weird.
The monochrome's getting me. I don't know. Lay it on me.
It's Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday Addams. Yeah. That's fun.
I was hoping you would guess it so I could say no, it's Monday, but
That would have been really good. Okay. Is this Ulala from Space Channel 5?
no, think look at Sagan and then
Blue and green. Damn, I hard locked my. I was so sure I had it with Space Channel.
nope.
Yeah, so I have to disconnect my brain from that now. I have to decouple it. Orange and white blonde hair.
This one's a little hard. Don't look at the hair as hair.
Don't look at the hair as hair. Oh no.
Like think of it as something else.
I'm getting nowhere. Tell me.
It's cream and cheese.
Oh yeah.
From Sonic.
Yeah, I just wasn't following you on that. But you set me free, so we can go on to the next one. Trust me, and we will.
Yep.
Uh,
This one's a little out there.
Is this something from Monster High?
No. Nope.
Dang. I don't get
This one's hard to guess.
Yeah. The gold sword feels distinct, but... Yeah, I don't know. What is this?
It's Meta Knight.
Oh, yeah! Yeah, this is one of those that I was never gonna get it. Okay. This one's cool. What, did I make a pun? Oh.
No, I just don't know if you'll be able to get it. You might be able to.
Is this Mitsuru from Persona 3?
Nope.
I don't know.
It's Ezra Scarlet and Happy from
yeah, it's
Fairy Tail.
Fairy Tail. Yeah, that's Fairy Tail. Okay.
This one's very interesting.
Okay. I think I remember. This looks weird enough that I think it's a Black Rock Shooter character.
Not a Black Rock Shooter character.
Dang it! I thought there was one of these where I was like, "What is this?" And then I looked in, and I was like, "Oh, Black Rock Shooter." So I was doing like the long recall pull on that. That was a big reach.
This one is hard. I can see where you could guess it, but I also could see where no one would guess it.
I feel like she's supposed to be a robot character of some kind.
Yeah, the colors are very important.
Mm-hmm. Blue edged the sword. Orange arms. Dunno.
Also, fun fact: a lot of these characters are also in Puyo Puyo Tetris.
Yeah.
This is Gladys. and a potato.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
The
That's
blue
really
sword and the yellow arms.
Yeah. Hey, here's homework for you. Go look up Human Wheatley sometime.
I don't want to.
That's a yeah, that's a good plan to not do that. That was big. Okay. Ooh, this is tricky. The pigtails are a different color. Wow. The colors on this are all over the place. I almost on instinct said Sora because the big yellow shoes, but I know it's not Sora.
It's not Sora. The sword is almost a dead giveaway.
Red and gray or red and white. Dang.
Kind of pittering out here.
Yeah, I know. Dang, I just don't know.
I don't think you ever played this game. You watched people play it a lot, but I don't think you played it.
Dunno. Give it to me.
It's Zagreus.
Oh! Yep. Yeah,
From
it's
80s.
80s. Yeah. My brain was only going to loop the sword back to Soul Bad Guy, so there was no way I was going to escape that. Okay, just a few more. Oh, this is Promare. This is
Yes.
Leo, I think.
Yep.
Leo, whichever. We need to watch that sometime.
I hear it's really good.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. That's why we need to watch it. I got nothing.
Oh, come on. Think of it. Think of
Really?
it. Look at Sagan. Think of the orange hair and what I literally just said a couple of seconds ago about the voice cast.
Oh, it's Arl. Yeah.
It is Arl.
Yeah. I'm ashamed that I missed that. Arl's great.
Goo goo.
We did it, Carby.
And then that's just black and white.
This is
Monochrome.
actually a character. I'm just kidding. It's
Steamboat
not.
Willie Mickey Mouse.
You got a handful of them.
Yeah, but also I think I'd seen that list before. I definitely went and looked these up previously, so I can only take credit for maybe 50% of that 50%. Well, cool.
That's all right.
And
All
then,
right, well,
we're done with our stream then.
Excellent. Thank y'all for listening. If you want to see more, next time we'll probably fight each other in this game.
But
I'm really
before
bad
that,
at...
I think we'll do Deadly Premonition too some more, right?
Yeah. I think that we'll probably come back to this game later.
Mm-hmm.
But Deadly Premonition 2 is in the future, for the foreseeable future.
That'll give you some
hopefully-
time to practice, Grant. It'll be a blessing in disguise.
God fucking damn it. Hopefully that in the next 2 days that game is released on PC.
If only. Until
All
then,
right.
we'll suffer with what we got on the Switch. And then we'll be on a different time with Deadly Premonition 2, right?
Yeah, we'll be at 7 o'clock and
All
Deadly
right.
Premonition 2. So thank y'all for checking us out. If you like what you look, check out our YouTube channel. We just posted our finale for our Sympho Gear episode. Give it a like or a listen if you like Sympho Gear. If not, don't worry about it. We are not your dads.